Okay, so sorry, I had to do a little bathroom intervention. Um, so yeah, so forgot those like the big bonfires. So we would if we couldn't get like one of the bars to throw one of our fraternity or sorority parties, because you had your fraternity brothers and fraternity sisters. I mean sorority sisters. So we would then pretty much just like go in the mountains, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the highway to get to where we're going, there's the old road to get there, which is the curvy small road that you can kind of fall off the cliff if you're not careful type of ordeal. And then there was the new highway that was created to make it a shorter, a quicker ride to Utuado so you can get to school. That's kind of like just a whole bunch of like dirt mountains because they really pretty much did it through the mountains to make it shorter to get there. Um, so there's like a lot of spots that you can drive off of and pretty much camp out on like just dirt. There's like no trees, no nothing. It's just like dirt mountains. Like if they would have taken all the grass out and there's no trees, like no vegetations or anything. So I don't know if they did that to intentionally like have no animals go on the highway so that you wouldn't have accidents because there's no lighting at all at night. If you're not cautious, you can seriously like, yeah, it's just not safe. And mind you, there's already a tale about a woman and a ghost, about somebody getting killed on the highway or something like that. Most universities in Puerto Rico has a lot of stories of extracurricular activities and previous students passing away or like haunting because of whatever happened to them. So there was one of those for us too, and the road was always like really really dark. There was never no lighting, so like there's not no lighting at all on the highway. um we would like then pick apart and you just tell everybody like the marker of where you drive off of, and it would allow us to like do a huge bonfire because there's no trees, no nothing, like nothing around us that could have caught on fire or created an issue. Plus we were so far away from the highway or anybody else. Patrol cars never came. Nothing. Nope. I mean, there's no patrol cars on that darn highway, honestly, if you really think about it, because we used to speed the fuck on that highway. Like, you always knew that from the time you were leaving, like, the city pretty much to get down to the next city, which is what the highway was connecting, you could speed, because there really was not no state patrols. And PR, there really isn't much state patrols. They are, but, like, I don't know how it is nowadays, but back then it wasn't a lot that always came out like that. But I know definitely on that road, you rarely ever saw anything, and much less at night because it's pitch mother freaking dark. Like, even with a huge bonfire, when I say huge bonfire, like, we didn't make little bonfires. We legit made a huge bonfire and then like two other ones to illuminate a little bit more, because that one huge bonfire would only illuminate a certain amount of area, and everybody knew it was gonna be more people coming, so we needed to have more light. Sometimes we even had to like turn like the headlights on the cars to be able to see, because it'd just be that pitch dark. Like, it'd be so pitch dark that unless you were like this to the person you were kind of like talking to, you really want to see their facial expressions, because that's like how dark it was. But we loved it because you could party, have fun. No, like, we never had no accusations of anybody being raped, murdered, nothing like that. Like, we all respected each other. The university was not huge, so everybody pretty much knew everybody. Whether you knew them like, hi, what's up, how's it going, did you get that assignment done, or whether it be like, oh yeah, that's the one that's always hanging out with this one and lives over here. You always knew where everybody lived and lives over here and likes to go out, and yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about. And then that's it. Like, it was always like that. And the reason why I say this is because that's how it always happened when a lot of people would come to me and be like, Gordy, and I'd be like, yeah, who are you? Oh, I'm friends with so and so and so and so, and so and so told me, oh my God, you're so amazing and you're so sweet and and I need to get to know you because you're funny and That was literally how everybody described me. Everybody. I didn't get along with a few people down the line due to some boy issues, but Them boy issues were not my fault. I never, ever, ever, ever chased was not mine. I don't chase anything, period. But it was not my fault. Your man wanted to come get to know me. He'll get mad at me for that. Like, but I told you, so I was a friend. You wanna get mad, bruh? That's on you. But all I know is, don't cross me. Don't cross me. I used to be vindictive. I used to be very vindictive back in the day, especially after all the stuff that I went through. Like, I used to be real vindictive. You want to come for me? Okay, come for me. I'm gonna let you come for me. I'm gonna let you think that you're coming for me and that you're winning, and then when you least expect it, I end up hitting you with something that's really gonna fuck you up. Always been that way. I give you opportunities, like I gave people opportunities to back off, let me be. I don't want to listen, and I warn you, cool. I remember it got real petty though, but that's a story time for another time. But yeah, so like, it was cool. It was cool. Like, we used to be able to throw our bonfires, and if I got too jacked up where I couldn't drive, we used to just park out, like stay where we were. And then the trunk was so big, I always had like pillows and blankets in there. Somebody would always, like two people, which is normally like the girlfriend and the boyfriend that was always hanging out with us at one point, they would always be the ones to sleep in the trunk, and the rest of us would like be sleeping in the car, and we would still be comfortable. Like, we were all cool. Like, there wasn't no, oh, I want to sleep with you or whatever. Like, it was nothing like that. We all had a common respect for each other. So if we were even doubling up and sleeping like together, like on the seat, it was never no crossing the line or nothing. Like, you know how many times we would sneak into dudes that were just our friends so that we could just chill and talk and BS and bull, whatever. And we would sleep in the same bed with them. We would go to their hospedaje, stay up all night and joke and sleep in the same bed with them, and nothing like legit, nothing would happen. We would just have fun. But you also knew who was like, messing with who, so you knew when they were sleeping in their bed together. You was either gonna close your ears or close your eyes, because you didn't want to catch nothing that is going on. Because like I said, a lot of these rooms, you were sleeping with other people in the same room, so they had their own beds, but you were sleeping, they were like bunk beds or double beds or whatever the case may be. So nobody ever really had their own room unless you paid extra to have your own room. It was fun. It was fun. It was a good experience. Like, honestly, I think it allowed me to be free a little bit, and it actually did allow me to live for the first time in a long time, because I didn't have the overpowering woman manipulating everything that I was trying to do, make me feel like I was the scum of the earth and nothing like that. And then I didn't have Abuela there, so I didn't feel like I was disrespecting her, or disappointing her. Yeah, it was nice. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but it was a pretty good experience. Like, I enjoyed being in college. I was so different though. I was so carefree, so carefree. Probably should have stayed in PR instead of coming back to the United States, but whatever. This is my trial video with this camera, and I hope that when we go to upload it, and that you guys get to actually enjoy the story. But I really hope the quality is better for the audio, due to the fact of how my phone is acting up. Sorry, y'all, got nauseated for real quick. Nausea is real, man. So, wow, I sprayed so much bleach on the legs of this table last night that the table has like white spots from all the bleach that I poured. I was pouring crazy bleach on my rug last night. I was just spraying crazy bleach on my rug because out of nowhere now, they're on the rug more. So in my room, at least, because I can't leave my room. Wait, why am I going to do that? I just gave y'all a nice story. I'm not gonna mess it up with the dark stuff. So let's just not do that. I don't even know what possessed me to have memories of college, but Yeah. Yo, you know what was so funny though, honestly, since we're talking about college? When a chick wants to really put her mind onto something, she will definitely get it accomplished. Um, so it was hard for me to get into college because it was hard for me to get into college because when I left the United States, I left in ninth grade. Well, at the end of ninth grade, and I'm in my ninth grade year. I rebelled a lot. There was a lot of things going on at home, and I there was a lot of things going on, and it was difficult. So I would go to school every day. Don't get me wrong. I would go to school every single day, but I rebelled, and I rebelled because I had originally wanted to go to Ride Tech. Ride Tech was a vocational technical school. I wanted to be able to take architect. I've always wanted to do architecture. I don't know why. It was always one of my things. Like I remember from little I wanted to either be a nurse or to do architect. I used to like drawing, but she had killed that for me. But I knew with the architect it still gave me the opportunity to draw. But I also have a fascination for structures and buildings. Like whenever I go visit somebody or I go into a building or something, I'm low key like literally taking in every nook and cranny in that room, in that building. I'm looking to see for like changes, if there was a door originally here, a room originally there, like whatever. Like I'm so fascinated with structures. And normally when I do walk in into like an apartment or house and I'm looking and the landlord's obviously there, I'd be like, oh, was this da 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 da? And they'd be like, oh, how did you know? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's just my fascination for buildings. So I always wanted to do architecture. So I wanted to go there, and I did. My grades were all right. Like they weren't bad. I was doing good. I was at school every day. I was in my classes. I was in skipping classes. I just had a problem with a teacher. Yeah. No, leave them. This is for night night, baby. No, this is for night night. Why are you taking? Lyrical, stop. I'm gonna beat you up. And it was just a teacher I had a problem with. Ooh, I was so about to react on that one. She's two. Um, there was one teacher I didn't get along with, Mr. Bullet. Wait, was his name actually Mr. Bullet? Because I remember that's what we used to call him, Mr. Bullet Head. But I don't think that was his actual real name. I know he was a Jewish teacher. There was just something about him I never really liked at all. Like, it made me real uncomfortable. Mind you, he already had stories going around about him and things that he liked to do, to students or stuff like that. But I could just never get why he was still there if that was the case.